Hey everybody, it's Maddie and Jules, and we're here with a little marital wasabi. We want to encourage you to invest in your marriage. A little bit goes a long way.
So you see here, we've got some stacks of movies. The Bradner clan likes a good movie night every so often. So if you could take our relationship and figure out what genre it was, and when we were dating, it would definitely have been a romantic comedy.
Yes, and don't say anything here, but you know if they did a movie about our dating, Will Smith would play me.
Oh my gosh.
So if dating was a romantic comedy, then the early years of marriage definitely would have been a drama. It was so dramatic. Mm-hmm. And the reason why it was so dramatic was we took everything so personal. Mm-hmm. We would regularly say during those early years, I can't believe you would ever do that to me.
Mm-hmm. And it really hurt because I thought he's clueless. If he really got me and was in tune, then there's no way he would be acting like this.
And then we learned something that was a real game changer for us in shaping the culture of our marriage, and we think it might help some of you. Here's what we learned. We learned that many of the problems that we took so personal were actually very predictable in light of our design.
That's right.
Or specifically in light of the difference in our design. So we'll give you a couple areas.
So in the realm of doing tasks, I love to do tasks well before they're actually supposed to be done. So efficiency, systems, that type of thing is just my love language. It's how I feel accomplished. And so I will go about things like that, and I'll feel relaxed and relieved when they're done.
You love to check off those
That's
boxes.
Right, I do. And so Maddie, on the other hand, he operates accomplishing tasks. The closer they get to the deadline, then he gains energy and momentum and focus, and he operates really well at the last part of that time. And so
and y'all know, let's be honest, the highlights that make it on ESPN are the last second shot. So that's how I live, right?
Yeah.
And obviously that created a lot of marriage problems.
That's right.
And we took them so personal. And then we realized, wait, this is very predictable in light of our design. Another area is just the way we relate to the outside world, particularly people. I enjoy talking to strangers.
Yes, and though, I mean, all growing up, I was told if you talk to strangers, then you're likely to end up in the van, the big white one with them, like headed straight to the woods with...
Exactly. I'm like, that sounds like a fun experience. I remember pulling up next to a police officer early in marriage, and I waved to him, and Julia said, "Do you know him?" And I said, "No, but I think if I did, we would probably be pretty good friends."
And in my realm, I'm always kind of erring on the side of caution. So I'm like, don't draw attention to any of us, because if there is something we're potentially doing wrong, they'll find us.
So obviously that's another area where we experienced a lot of marital problems in the way that we both related to the outside world, and we took it so personal.
Right.
And then we begin to see this is very predictable in light of our design. So what did we do with that? Here's what we did, and this is what we want to encourage you to consider. We stopped reacting to our problems with, I can't believe you would ever do that to me. And we started initiating to them ahead of time with this statement. Knowing our differences, our predictable differences, how can we serve each other in love in this area? That was a game changer. We stopped reacting. We started initiating. It wasn't personal. It was predictable.
Yep.
And so give them. We just came off of Christmas, and it's a great example of how we've done this.
Okay, so in the area of accomplishing tasks with presents for Christmas, around Thanksgiving, I'm starting to think if we haven't made any progress in presents,
We're
we are
late.
late. And I'm feeling nervous and I'm feeling stressed out. And I'm trying to figure out when we're going to get it done. So Matt literally loves to shop on Christmas Eve. He just really does. And so that used to really feel tense between us, because I would put pressure on him to get it done really early, and then he would put pressure on me to
You're
wait
taking
it
out the fun.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime, it's 2 days for a reason. We got the 21st, we can be ordering gifts. And
so then when we started to apply this, the starting point being knowing our differences, how can we serve one another in love, we just melded those together.
Yep.
So Matt would serve me by initiating conversation about the gifts earlier, and we would do
getting
that
a plan together.
And I would initiate to him, hey, Christmas Eve, let's go out. Let's see what else we can find. And it became this beautiful partnership, and we could enjoy our differences.
Yeah. So it's a game changer. Don't react to your problems as though they're always personal. Why don't you identify some of the predictable challenges that you have and initiate to them ahead of time, knowing our differences. how can we serve each other in love and be a team here?
That's right.
So that's Marital Wasabi. Invest in your marriage this year. A little bit goes a long way.
Happy New Year.